Earlier today, Dana White announced some big news that I low-key thought was an April Fool's joke, or it was going to be Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev, or Tom Aspinall versus John Jones. But it ended up being a fight that was announced a long time ago that I even made a video about, and it's Merab Dvalishvili versus Sean O Malley 2. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't want to see this fight, and nobody wanted to see this fight. I said it in my video back then, and I'm going to say it now. Nobody wants to see this fight. Nobody wants to see this fight. But this wasn't the only fight they announced. They also announced co-main event for UFC 316, Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison, and probably the most exciting fight that they've announced, Ian Machado Garry versus Carlos Prates. Is going to be the headliner for UFC Fight Night Kansas City after Jamal Hill pulls out with an injury and the fight against him and Khalil Roundtree gets canceled. Jeff Neal was supposed to fight Prates at UFC 314 Miami. Jeff Neal pulls out, and now we have this. First of all, banger of a fight. Ian Machado Garry. We can talk shit about him saying that he's a cuck, he's annoying, he's this and that. But if you look at his last 3 fights, MVP, Shavkat Rakhmonov on short notice, 5 rounds, and now Carlos Prates, short notice, 5 rounds. This guy is right now killing it. Like, we can't talk shit about Machado Garry right now. But before I get to this fight, I kind of want to talk about Merab Dvalishvili versus Sean O Malley 2. It's a fight that we knew was going to happen. I didn't want to see this fight. I wanted to see Merab Dvalishvili versus Alexandre Pantoja. But UFC has other plans, man, and they're looking to make Sean O Malley the superstar that they've always wanted him to be. And this is the way to have this is the, he's the number 1 contender. This Merab wanted this fight regardless. He wanted the money fight. This is the money fight right here. I guess, O'Malley's going to bring in more numbers than Pantoja. And I'm pretty sure they're going to make Pantoja versus Kai Kara-France. Even though I didn't even want to see that one. I wanted to see Pantoja versus Manel Cap. But yeah. We're here. This is the fight to make. So let's talk about it, man. I just see Merab Dvalishvili demolishing Sean O Malley all 5 rounds. If Sean O Malley can't find the knockout in the first 2 rounds, Merab, first of all, can't submit O'Malley because O'Malley has decent enough grappling to not get submitted, but doesn't have decent enough grappling to, stay on the feet. And Merab has crazy cardio. He's going to take O'Malley to the ground. He's just going to keep him there all 5 rounds. It's going to be the same thing as the first fight, dude. Nothing exciting. The only people that really wanted this fight was probably Steve Will Do It, or the UFC casuals that think that O'Malley is super cool. Whatever. But we're here. And yeah, man, I don't see any, to be honest, this fight right here is way more exciting than Sean O Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili 2. I wanted to see Sean O Malley fight Jan again, because the first fight was super close and could have gone to Jan. Or he could have fought Sandhagen or Umar. He could have fought Umar. But UFC with the champs that the UFC has right now, they need a champ that the casuals know. And the only one right now that they can actually give a title shot to is Sean O Malley. And Sean O'Malley's literally been in a darkness retreat like freaking Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, he's coming back. He's gonna fight. And it's a fight that's really not exciting, dude. I'm not excited to see this fight again. I'm gonna pick Merab. I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna pick Merab. You just can't trust O'Malley to catch the knockout in the first 2 rounds, dude. He is a sniper, but he's not that good of a sniper when it comes to having a grappler in front of him, especially a grappler like Merab, who has crazy cardio, crazy good entries to a takedown. Yeah, I wasn't excited for this. Way to kill the hype, UFC, on this big announcement, but whatever. We move on. Let's talk about this fight right here. Ian Garry versus Carlos Prates. Now the headliner for Fight Night Kansas City. Banger of a fight. But as someone who is a huge Fighting Nerds fan, who's made a video on these guys already, and is a huge Carlos Prates fan, I can't afford to see this man lose. I will literally cry here sitting with a cigarette and a beard if I see Carlos Prates lose by decision to Ian Machado Garry. And it might happen. It might actually happen. Ian Machado Garry has really good grappling. He almost submitted Shavkat Rakhmonov in the 5th round on short notice. Honestly, if this guy, if Ian Machado Garry ate meat and wasn't on that like plant-based diet and was actually eating meat, probably would have submitted Shavkat Rakhmonov. But you know, he's still a dog, dude. He's still a dog for taking that fight on short notice and this one on short notice. He beat MVP. Might have a chance at beating Prates. I'm still picking Prates because it's my dog. And you gotta look at what Prates has done, dude. He's knocked out every single opponent that he's fought, dude. He's knocked out Trevin Giles, Jean Lin Liang, Charles Radke, Neil Magny, dude. It's pretty hard to knock out Neil Magny. Neil Magny doesn't get finished like that. It's a tough fight, dude. It's a really tough fight. And I'm scared for Carlos Prates. Even though he has said recently that he is gaining weight, to then when he cuts weight, he's a little bit more dense out there, and he needs it because he's going to need it for this takedown defense. And to be honest with you, most of the Fighting Nerds have good takedown defense. Obviously, we haven't seen Rufy do it. Nobody's going to try and take down Collier Borralho. He is. Gene Silva has chucked every single person that's tried to take him down. It's really just Carlos Prates. And against Neil Magny, he did get taken down, but he got back up. With Ian Garry, this is a different fight, dude. This is a different fight. Ian Garry, he can literally clinch him up to the cage and keep him there for like all 5 rounds and win by a boring decision, and I see it happening. But I prayed him I got up there. Please let Carlos Prates win. Please, we need him to win, bro. Please. Let's see, bro. Let's see. I'm super scared as a Carlos Prates fan. I'm scared, bro. I'm shaking in my boots because, bro, Ian Garry's not gonna play around, dude. He has the number 7 ranked in next to his name for a reason, dude. And this is Carlos Prates' chance to move up in the rankings, dude, in a really stacked welterweight division that I think is the best division in the UFC right now. Like, look at the fights they're making. Like, the welterweight division is more exciting than any of these fights right here. But I got Carlos Prates winning. I think he's gonna find the knockout early in the first 2. In his like first couple fights in the UFC against like Jordan Williams and other guys that have been cut in the promotion already. I don't know, man. I don't know. This one's a tough one, bro. I can't wait to see this fight, though. This fight is going to be crazy. But let's move on. We have Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. I'm going with my dyke, my boy, Kayla Harrison, dude. She's going to get it done. She's going to rip off the butt off Juliana Pena. Juliana Pena's trash, bro. Like, I thought she lost against Raquel Pennington. I really thought she did, bro. But the UFC saw her as, you know, like she was a former champ and she brought more name to the promotion or whatever. But, you know, she beat Amanda Nunes. Whatever. My boy Kayla Harrison's gonna get it done, dude. Like, she's gonna get it done. She has really good grappling. Olympic judo and gold, like gold in judo in the Olympics. Come on, bro. Like, you can, like this is the fight for Kayla Harrison to win. Get the belt. Say, I'm the best. You know, Bellator champ. UFC champ. Like, come on. This is what the UFC, like, kind of brought her here for. And I see her winning this fight. I see her winning by decision. I don't think she's gonna like submit Juliana Pena. She does have a chance, but I feel like Juliana Pena is decent enough in the grappling to not get submitted. But we'll see. Maybe Kayla Harrison knocks out Juliana Pena, makes it more exciting. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm GNEPS MMA. Like and subscribe, and I'm out.